what's up? It's Greg from Fisherman's Headquarters, and today is Monday, November 4th. I'm up here taking a stroll in the Mid-Island Surf, Long Beach Island. Here to share an updated fish report with you folks. Right now, as you see behind me, we've got a nice little small swell. I call it 2 foot, 1 to 2 foot. Kind of crumbling along the low tide here that we've got along the beach of LBI. Water's not so clean, a little bit of weed as you see behind me. You might see a little bit of a little tide line here as I stretch up along the beach here. Got just a little bit of weed, not piles, not big wads of it, but a little bit of weed along the beach. I got some onshore winds right now. I'd say it's blowing about 10 miles an hour out of the east-southeast. Swell's along the mushy side, a little sloppy, but it's definitely about 1 to 2 foot. Looks like we had a little south blow coming tomorrow. That is going to be on Tuesday. Looks like into Wednesday, but looks like tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning, could be nice. A little westerly winds in the morning, shifting more southerly as the day goes on, getting a little breezy. What I can share, what's going on here in the fish report, kind of side of things on Long Beach Island. We've got some striped bass in the coastal waters. We've got action taking place in the bay side, Barnegat Bay, Manahawkin Bay, also Barnegat Inlet, and also along the front beach. Definitely on the surf side, striped bass have been a little on the slower side of things, a little more of a slower pick. Definitely not a hot bite by any stretch of the imagination. However, there are striped bass getting caught. I was actually just spending some time on the computer catching up on some things, helping out the Long Beach Island Surf Fishing Classic with some of their catch and release submissions. I field them and then forward them to the scoring committee. And I can share we had a number of recent submissions here the last couple days, some good quality fish. So since that new moon that we had just a few days back, since the last report I shared, I mentioned that last report some bigger quality fish should be showing up around this time frame, and sure enough, that's what played out. Around that new moon phase, we had some good quality striped bass, some big fish, fish over 40 inches that were caught and released and submitted to the Long Beach Island Surf Masters Catch and Release Surf Fishing Tournament. Anyone wants to get and check in on some of that information, check out the Long Beach Island Surf Fishing Classics website, LBISFC.com. That's LBISFC, surffishingclassic.com. You'll see the live results of what's happening on the 9-week-long Long Beach Island Surf Fishing Classic Tournament. We've got anglers catching tog at Barnegat Inlet. Most of that action's happening on sand fleas and green crabs. You can fish a jig or rig. Kind of the same broken record for a number of weeks here, so check back on a couple other recent reports that I shared if you want a little more details on that. Or stop in the shop, we can get you geared up and get you in the game. Some good fun fishing there. Definitely, I think the peak or the climax of that, say, inlet surf fishing, Barnegat Inlet rocks action is definitely past. But still good fishing nonetheless. The bluefish action seems like there are some around. I've actually seen some bigger fish, but fewer bluefish here in the past, say, week or so. A couple weeks back, we had a really good action, really good bite with them. But as that mullet run disappeared and waned, so did the smaller bluefish activity. There are a couple getting caught off the surf. There's a couple in the inlet, couple in the bay, but definitely no bluefish blitzing action like we want to see in the fall. But maybe that plays out. We'll see what happens. I think I mentioned a number of times there's been a lot of bait around. We still have some bunker schools along the coast, the Central Jersey coast, along Long Beach Island, also Island Beach State Park, and further north. There's been a lot of sand eels around. There's some butterfish around. I know some of the local gill netters have been getting out. Been calling me up, asking me if we wanted some fresh butterfish. So sand eels, butters. There's definitely some squid around as well. I know there's been some smaller baits, some smaller little, call it rain bait, whether that's bay anchovies or smaller baby spearing, stuff like that. And also peanut bunker. I'm sure I'm missing something there, but definitely a lot of bait around, which is great to see. The migrating striped bass definitely are moving. Definitely come in and showed up, say, a couple weeks back, showed into the, say, the broader region. Fishing up north in, say, Monmouth County, northern reaches of Ocean County has been very, very strong for a couple weeks. Definitely fish are moving into the area here, Long Beach Island, and some fish have already passed through the area. So if you are sleeping, waiting for fish to show up, you definitely missed the first wave and first run of them. Definitely fish have pushed through. I heard some reports already coming down in Brigantine and further into, say, South Jersey areas. That's kind of that time frame. It's November. We already passed the new moon here. We got pretty much, I'd say, a solid 3 to 4 weeks of good quality prime time fall fishing right now. From now into Thanksgiving, right into early December. The way the temperatures have been and the way I kind of see things playing out here, let's say a 10-day forecast, long-range forecast, we got some more warm weather coming. We might have great fishing right into December. We'll see how it goes. But normally mid-November, early November, late November, that little call a little hump in activity, a little peak there, is normally the best time frame we have in the Long Beach Island area for getting into some action off the surf. If you're fishing the surf, I would suggest fishing bunker chunks or clam on the beachfront. Make sure if you are fishing for striped bass with bait, you are fishing circle hooks. That is a coast-wide regulation. If you're fishing lures, I would suggest going more to the sand eel style approaches, skinny, slender baits. You can also fish a teaser. My number one choice at night would be fishing a needlefish. So you could choose something from, say, Gibbs. Got a nice wood Gibbs needlefish in the shop. Also, Super Strike makes an awesome needlefish. There's a couple different sizes, a couple different weights. So be sure to stop in if you're confused about the eye colors and lengths. But for me, the 6, it's called the NF6W. It's the lightly weighted 6-inch bait. I think that's 1.5 ounces. I could be mistaken. I'm pretty sure it's 1.5 ounces. The heavyweight, I think, is almost 2 or a little more than that. But I like that 6W for fishing on a calmer condition like this, just a little bit of a breeze. Windier conditions, definitely pull out the heavy. If you're fishing some deeper water, more sweep, pull out the heavy, which is the red eye. Those are definitely some great lures. Fishing spring or fall, whether you're fishing the surf or in the boat, you can throw a picture up of shop alumni Dan DiPasquale. He had a nice bite on some needlefish just the other day. Shared that photo with us, a white Super Strike needle. I can also share the Guide Secret, makes a really nice needlefish too. It's called the needle stick. We got those in the shop. Some other really good match the hatch patterns when sand eels are around. Diamond jig cannot go wrong. It's a classic. Fish it with a teaser ahead of it if you want, like a hackle style sand eel teaser. We got some options like that in stock. Make sure if you are choosing a teaser, choose one with a good quality hook. We actually have some extra heavy tater tail teasers in stock. Check them out. I think it's an exclusive here at Fish Heads. Some really good quality hooks. So when you're fishing, say, a stouter, say 10-foot rod, 11-foot plugging rod, you kind of lay into a fish with some tighter drag and some braided line. You're not straightening that little chintzy hook out right away, which happens all the time with teasers. Another really good option for teasers is the red gill. It's a great option to match the hatch. It's very durable, and it's been around for a long time, probably 50+ years. The red gill teaser is probably the best imitation there is. Also, like I mentioned, the teasers like the flies and stuff like that, they're very nice and very lifelike. You can also fish SP minnows, LC minnows from Yozuri. A slender swimming plug or a little jerk bait is a very good match to hatch pattern when sandos are around. There's also soft baits. Don't discount the soft baits, especially now that the bluefish have kind of, say, thinned out or disappeared. A tsunami sand eel, they make a few different sizes, rubber tails, paddle tail. There's also a Joe Bags, Bill Hurley's. We've got all of them in stock right now. There's some other options like the NLB straight tails, if you're looking for a bigger profile, but say a straight tail. Also Ron Z is another great option as well. So those are all great options. I can share, I just mentioned Dan DiPasquale. He was actually out today. I can share some good quality striped bass being caught out of the local waters, boats heading out of Barnegat Inlet. I know Dan ran north. He's in a 21-foot boat. It's a boat I used to run. I sold him a few years back. It's kind of a little bit dicey, a little bumpy out in the ocean, a little bit breezy. So he couldn't have made it too far, but he got us some really good quality striped bass action today, fishing lures and also live bunker. I know Dan got us some action the other day as well. He's catching these fish not so far from the inlet, so it's great to see some we'll say the cows came home here around that new moon phase, and it seems like they'll be sticking around here hopefully for the next couple of weeks. I did mention there's some good quality fish that came on that catch release, the LBI Surf Masters submissions. So it's great to see some land-based anglers are also getting into some good quality fishing. And I think we'll have some really good fishing for the next few weeks. So hopefully you're going to get in and get on the action. If you're looking for information now throughout the entire season, looking to get geared up, maybe you're just getting into surf fishing for the first time, just looking to get, maybe you're heading on the boat, you're looking to kind of get a couple essentials, maybe some niners, which is a great umbrella rig for trolling for striped bass. We got them with the shad rigs, also have them with the tubes, the tube and worms, which are great sand eel imitation for trolling. Got Mojos for magic tails, got all sorts of rods and reels, all the essentials from Penn, Shimano, Daiwa. Got a bunch of awesome stuff in stock. And also, if you're looking to gear up for the season ahead here, tog fishing, I think it's November 16th, goes from 1 fish to 5 fish. So we're almost in a prime time tog season. Things are looking good. Hopefully that weather stays fair for all of us and we get some good action here, some good fun fishing. I will be checking out here tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday, I guess that's the 5th. I'll be going to Florida for a wedding for a few days. So I will not be sharing any updated fishing reports for probably a week, probably 5 to 7 days. So don't message and think I died because you didn't hear any messages or didn't see any posts. So be patient with me. I'll try to get a post up once I get back, once I get dialed back in, figure out what's going on once my boots are back on the ground. Maybe I'll get out in the boat, get a little action in there. I have not been fishing on the water as much as I normally do over, say, the years. Just had a baby there about, 5-6 weeks back. So I've kind of had my hands full, but I wanted to shoot this fish report tonight, which is Monday, just before sunset here. It's about, now that we've had the daylight savings here, sunset's right around 4:45, something like that. You got low tide right around 9 o'clock, and tomorrow morning you got low tide around 9 a.m. Good option to get on the beaches here, get some fishing in. And one thing I can share is the beaches look beautiful right now. If you see behind, there's a couple little, seawalls, little bowls and holes and troughs. Some really, really good looking water here on the mid-island of LBI. Yes, the north end gets a lot of attention. The south end gets a lot of attention. There are some areas in say, the middle of LBI, like Surf City, Ship Bottom, North Beach, those regions, Harvey Cedars, they get a lot of pressure from anglers for a number of reasons, whether it's easy access, whether it's just you just go on the island, you can head right up, maybe because there's a bathroom close by at, say, Wawa or CVS or some of these other places. But definitely something I would encourage some anglers to do is check out, say, the central southern part of LBI. I'm down here by the Acme. I'm not saying you have to fish right at the Acme. I'm not trying to say spot burn that. There isn't a perfect epic spot right at the Acme, but as I'm walking through the beaches here, do this report, there's a number of holes I passed here. There's a beautiful bowl right here. I wish I really had the time to be, say, putting the camera down and making a few casts with, say, a little needlefish here and a teaser, a little paddle tail, maybe a little diamond jig, casting something in here and spending a little time at sunset, say, clearing the mind of things. But I've been, got too much on my mind right now, too much on my plate to get done before I check out of town. So I wanted to get back with you guys and share an updated fish report. Hopefully this brings you some value, like I said, now and throughout the entire season. And be sure to stop by Fisherman's Headquarters and get geared up and get on the fun action we have this fall. Have a great day.